Hey all, this is Urson. We're back. We are back to They Are Billions as we continue the snowy survival mission here, and we do have a horde coming in from the east. Again, we're assuming this is east here, picking up just where we left off. Mind you, we are making a massive expansion to the west to try to nip this one in the bud, so to speak. In the rectum, possibly. So yeah, that's kind of what we were concerned about. We were kind of hopeful we'd be able to handle this early enough, but now it looks like we may need to be running the ladies back at kind of the last second before we manage to get this whole thing done. So Tricky is the name of the game right now, but hopefully we can get it done. Again, we're going to try to lock these fortifications up north so Soldier can look south maybe and then relieve the ladies, because it's unlikely we're going to have too much of a massive number coming in on us. Just got to be smart about how to allocate troop concentrations effectively. If we can lock this in, I'll be pretty happy. And that's too close to the map area, it said, as you can see. So we're definitely pretty far west at this point. We made a nice chunk of land ours now suddenly, which is pretty dope. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Yes. But anyways, I'm gonna continue watching what the hell we're gonna do here, because the ladies do move pretty quick, which is nice, but we do have to go across the entire colony to do this, and there's a lot of wide open space still. I'm gonna send one lady back for supplies and equipment, so we can build some more walls and things of that nature. So we need some supplies as necessary. That is almost done. Almost done. Some infected, but almost done. That area is looking pretty good. Now remember, this is horde number 2, so we are pretty early on this in the sense. We're doing really good with the land that we have this early. We're reaching really far, effectively, and really well. It's just that it might bite us in the ass, because we need to go ahead and get back to defend. But the good thing about this is also, it's going to be pretty simple to defend this. This is not a big horde. It's kind of, you know, still the early ones, effectively, so there's only like dozens, I think, or... yeah, I'd probably say double digits, mid-double digits to these things. Problems, but nothing too crazy. And again, remember, this is on 100% difficulty, so this is the map template itself, which gives you more power cost for everything, and things move slower. But we have it on low population, so the difficulty is 100% effectively. So that's the situation. It is oodles and oodles of funsies, let me tell you what. So this horde itself, because of the quote-unquote lower population overall, it shouldn't be too bad.
You are gonna pay me.
But again, can't make light of it, because there's still a lot of meat around, and we may have some trouble with that. Because there is, as you can see right there, I haven't done too much, and we're gonna need to spend some money on some research here. Stonehouse would probably make the most sense, or the bank. Yes, the bank, because that'll increase our income from the housing we currently have anyway. That's definitely what we want to see. And we're getting it, man. As soon as you put up those walls, all them zombies are like, hey, what's up? We're chewing on the walls. And now this is problematic, so we're like, I don't know. Where is it coming? It's definitely gonna come there, so we're correct. We're just gonna figure something out pretty damn quick. We're really gonna buy up more wood. I don't know if that's efficient. What are we trying to do here?
Whatever you say. As long
I'm
as
gonna own these guys here.
Gotcha.
Pretty fast. And we should be putting another Tezzy up so we can lock this area off. We still haven't decided to move east yet. Could be considered a, let's say, aggressive but risky move, but we're gonna set up a ballista there right now, get that one building, and then we'll set up the walls later. That way we can probably defend this well enough. So when the soldier gets here, we're gonna use him to hold off whatever comes in. There's an executive incoming. We gotta make sure that thing dies so the ballista doesn't. Okay, ladies can move east now, I think, and get to that horde before bad stuff really does happen. But if we pull this off, we'll have gained a lot of land, a lot of really good land to work from, and that's going to be its own reward, in all honesty. So very good in that sense. Assuming it survives. If it does, then we have quarries aplenty. We got stone, we got iron. We already knocked down a city this early, so doing pretty solid. Again, we're trying to make sure the soldier has less ground to cover with his defense if possible. Ladies are now being dedicated eastward. Again, remember, they move slower, so we can't waste too much time. But again, the Horde does approach slower too, so everything is slowed down in a way on this map, and things are a little better with that. But there's that city, which is part of why we're a little concerned. It's only the second Horde, I know, but we are doing some stone upgrades already, purely because we're afraid we're going to pull some stuff from the city as the Horde comes in from the east, and that's no bueno. That is no bueno, so we're going to obviously watch that very, very carefully. It is also possible the Horde might shift south and going through that weak part, kind of hit the soft underbelly near our command center, but that's a risk we're willing to have to deal with. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with that. We don't really have much choice. Goody gumdrops.
This better be good.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny if they swing south. I don't know. Actually, they might, as I remember. Yeah, are they going to do that, actually? I remember something weird happening on one of these waves. It might have been this one. That's a funny little thing, how the game always finds your weak point and says to go for it. But I'm not entirely certain, like I said, this wave or the next one. So they do hit south. It's gonna be a pretty good choke, but there's only so much we can obviously do there, because the ladies are not exactly major force concentrators. They need to be, a lot of them, with enough firing space to do it effectively. Just gonna watch where that skull is shifting and see where we need to fight. I like the snowfall over the lake, though. It's a really nice touch. I actually like this map template a lot. It's actually kind of hard to see when you put stuff down, because the green doesn't really contrast particularly well with the snow. They're both very, very bright and it's hard to see. Yeah, I would totally do the gold. That would be really, really nice.
This better be good.
Let's watch that skull. Which way is that going to swing? Because if it swings south, it's going to be real interesting real fast. Tezzy's up. We're going to go ahead and quickly try to wall this off. Ballista's already doing work. That's what we intended, so I'm pretty happy about that. So we managed to get the territory, which is huge. Our gamble paid off, and that's going to give us a nice boost moving forward. So the next goal now is just to focus on defending whatever's coming in. And here we're like, you know what? I'm pretty sure they're going to try to come in there. Hey, Ballista. Boom. God, I love that Ballista. It's good stuff. When it one-shots everything but fatties, pretty much. I think it doesn't one-shot Harpies or Spitter, like 2 shots them? I don't remember. But basically, executives are 1-shots, and that's the important thing. So he's going to swing south. It's swinging south, or just swinging north. We're not sure, but I think it's swinging south by the looks of it. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely coming there. So the instinct to upgrade that to stone was absolutely right, and they're going to try to hit the weakest point. Right for the command center. It's pretty interesting, actually. I was definitely thinking they would go for the tent area, but they went for the command center instead, which is pretty fascinating. There we put down stone because we didn't have wood. Just screw it, it's fine. We'll eventually do other stuff. The bank is now done researching. We need wood, gold, and some more workers. Yeah, we're definitely out of workers, but wood's going to have to be the thing of the day. We're a little low on that. But again, with this now, we can probably get enough force concentration here just to melt this one pretty well. This is only the second Horde. It's not much. It's going against stone walls. I mean, stone walls are pretty much enough for the third wave, so we're doing just fine. There we go. Now we got everyone kind of in firing range. Keep unloading. There we go. This is pretty much done. So, but yeah, funny how they go for the weakest point, right? And this is what I remember. I remember they swung in a way we didn't expect. But they are pushing pretty hard. If that was wood, we would have been in trouble, I think. They would have had a breakthrough. So we got to really think about how to address that minor problem as things move forward. If we expand that area or give another set of walls or something, because it's a little tricky. Of course, you do go foundry tech already. Shocking towers, never been useful, honestly. I tried them once, they weren't particularly good, so never have really gone back to them. I suppose I should try some different strats, honestly, because there's a lot of things I haven't played with much. Like, we didn't really play with, I mean, we did off-screen, not on-screen. Played with some Lucifers. They were neat. I mean, they were really good, but they were just so slow. I mean, that's the real problem I have with both Thanatoses and Lucifers. They're all really slow units. And they can clear the map, but they just do it, like, they just drag on when they do it, so, I don't know. I still think Titans are probably your best bang for your buck, even though they're expensive as hell. And they do the banging. Get this stone house up, man! Come on, research something. This decision is killing me. We got a lot of stone, put up stone houses. Yes. Good dwellings. Shiny dwellings. Tasty dwellings. No, nobody? Ah, whatever. Minor details, right? Yes, we're going after the city next. We're trying to decide basically where we're gonna expand out. Because we do need more housing. That's pretty much the issue. We're like, yeah, we need to get some more peoples. Some more mans. We can expand north for housing too, now that we have, yeah, okay. I see what we're doing. So that's basically what we're deciding to where to expand to. Because we got the mineral wealth that we wanted to go by going west and destroying the city, which was a major goal of this operation. And then now we're going to shift north, I think, to get some real estate for housing.
A new task.
It's going to be important. Assuming it's relatively safe looking here. Completely out of workers. Completely out of workers. We built snipers with them. So, yep, we need to definitely get some upgraded houses, which we can do. I mean, I'm not sure why we're not doing it. Probably because we're saying we just lack the wood to do it.
Could be worse.
Oh, it's hilarious. So, yeah, we held off Horde 2. Yay! And we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. The bank is going to help out a lot.
This better be good.
We'll have some more cash. And everything. And snipers ready. Love the voices. Tell me. Yes. 80% veteran. Good. He's been using his SMG pretty damn well.
Yeah.
It's funny how, like, the soldiers became not very viable units. Maybe, like, if you just spam them like crazy en masse. The problem is, again, is like everything else is spitters. You can just get chopped up by them. I wonder if there's, like, a way just to ignore Foundry Tech completely and go ham with soldiers. Just do ladies first, obviously, because they're efficient and they avoid spitters, and then just have just a death ball of soldiers running in, just wrecking stuff with their SMGs all day, air day. It's possible. I mean, with enough of those guys concentrated in, it's probably feasible. The problem is, like, all these units require food. Snipers ready. And especially on maps where food is tight, it's less good. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know the best way to go about that. Because, I mean, this map is pretty food starved. So, unless you want to go... I mean, the thing with the Titans, right, they don't eat too much food. They require a lot of materials, but they don't inhale your economy. Well, they do inhale your economy. Let me rephrase what I'm trying to say here. They don't inhibit the growth of your population and economy due to their food consumption. They're mostly a resource sink. They're not a food sink. Soldiers, to get the same amount of power as a group of Titans, you need to probably drop in a lot of food on that, right? Because everyone eats one food. So 10, even 5 Titans, maybe you need, like, I don't know, 20 soldiers. Let's be optimistic to equal the firepower of a group. Maybe 25, but I'll say 20 for the sake of argument, because they're probably better than ladies anyway. So that would be 4 times the food, effectively, that you need to spend on that. The other resource would be cheaper, but food would be the issue. And so if food is tight, that looks a lot less attractive, you know what I mean? So I don't know what the best answer is, because, you know, often, late game, especially when you're building your military, you're tight on iron, and you're a bit tight on food, because you want to keep your economy upgraded. Now, see how slow that harpy was I was trying to run up? That's why this map is good. Ladies are really good on this map, because they can kill harpies before they actually get to them. Which I'm starting to think that, honestly, the,
like a snake with its prey.
Spray. Like a snake with its prey. I just, oh, God. The vocals. The VO on this is just so funny. I mean, I love it. It's so, it makes the game that much more quirky. I know I, like, had an episode where I was gushing over this constantly, but it's just true. It just makes the feel of the game for me. Just this kind of, like, awkward voice acting. It's kind of like the campiness of the, this has wicked vibes like the original Command and Conquer. So, like, the campiness of the FMVs in Command and Conquer, like, really made the vibe of that series. And this is kind of like that for me. Like, the totally, like, we're totally Americans. Like, voice acting for this one is just, it just does the feel of the game for me. I love it. It's definitely campy, a little cheesy, and kind of silly. Yes, we're gonna shoot them. I just can't get over it. It's just so funny. Soldier, I just, oh, God. I don't know. I've said this all over, but it's just still got that wonderful feel of the game for me, and it makes me very happy. I'm gonna love it. I'm loving it. It's not an ad for kind of horrible fast food, but we are going to shoot you in the face. You're gonna start building some walls here. We're testing out, and that's the idea. We're gonna try to claim this area for a big ass city that we can get some cash from. So that's our goal there. What is this? Yeah, why haven't we built a Tesla yet? What the hell was the issue there? We should have built this like ages ago. Oh, we didn't have the workers for it. Ha, that makes sense, little boy. We should be building more houses though. You guys upgrade some houses. Why aren't we doing that? Is it power? Because we're tight on power, I think. That's what the concern. We're just going to go up with stone house because we need it anyway. I think there's a no-brainer. It's kind of... The research order on... Once you're up on stone tech is always the same. First is walls. then it's bank, and then after that it's either housing or foundry, depending what you feel like doing. Usually it's housing, because especially this early, day 26, to put a foundry down would be a little aggressive. Not that would be a bad thing, and we'd have really high-tech units early, but I don't think we'd be able to support those kind of units this early, so that's really kind of the point I'm trying to make here. We do need to keep clearing this area a bit, purely because we need to keep the Tesla safe as we try to grab another giant swath of land. Like I said, we have our mining area grabbed.
The walls are under attack.
We killing him. Soldier working. You should. Yep, you can. We gotta move that that ballista at some point. It's gonna bother me. We have more quarries. More quarries. Get the gold. Yes, that one. Do it. Get the golden stone like a snake with its prey. Alright, and we're gonna get some stone and iron that one once we have the wood to put it down. So our resource income is actually quite good. We have almost as much iron as stone, which is borderline insane. Hey, Mini Horde, what's up? They're all going to break out. And again, remember, after Wave 2, that's when the Mini Hordes start pushing on your spaces. It'll be 10, 20, 30 dudes running around, some advanced undead, trying to see if their defenses are weak anywhere. That's kind of what they do, man. That's what the undead do.
Attention.
It's a nice cutoff there, exactly right. But we may have to just lock it there first, because we have two directions to lock it off at that point. Yep, Tesla Tower. We need more workers, though. Why are we at 3 now? How do we keep gaining workers slowly? I don't think we built anything or upgraded anything. I'm confused.
Who do you want me to
Punish. Do you want me to punish this?
Are you sure?
Yes. Tell
Yes.
me what to kill.
It's just
What's
such
up? Any infected around? Okay.
I love it. It is like wiping your ass with silk. So what we're doing is using the snipers to hold down the east while we shift west. And it looks like this is pretty chokeable too. So we got a giant chunk of stuff there. We're definitely going to be able to up and choke out the top here. And we are upgrading some houses here. Very good. So we are doing this gradually. We're going to need power. We need to mill out here. But this looks really, really nice. Even if we can get from that forest to the other one, this is pretty solid. And this is what I was trying to say about the map in the first episode. You'll notice there's just rows and walls of massive canyons here that block off huge swaths. So you really do have these kind of like fertile slash, how to put this gently, safe valleys in which you can put your stuff. It's kind of the way the map kind of lines out. Snipers are holding that down. That's perfectly good. Like, yeah, we're going to definitely push out there at some point, but right now we're going to lock off just that stone wall. Stone wall to stone wall, basically straight. I mean, it'd be nice. We don't know what's out there. We'll scout it later. But we should definitely take the grab, be somewhat conservative on it, because we don't want to go too ham. Lock that down, and keep moving. The good thing is we still have a lot of mill space to expand, so this is real good. Get that, Tezzy. Get that, Tezzy. We're going to get the oil, though. Don't use the oil, just get the oil. Oil's good. Yeah, just go. Let's go. Take it down to the edge. Living on the edge. Steven Tyler moment? No. Okay, fine. Alright. That's a guy. Oh, cocaine's a drug, man. Anyway, put that down. It's a hell of a drug. The sniper's locking that down, though. Ladies are going to be clearing up the rest of this so as to ensure that we can actually build land out here. Soldier slowly getting to veterancy. Killing some more zombies with his guns. Get ourselves some of that. All good, baby. All good. I remember Marsh and I were like, hey, this one's kind of working out. 'Cause, I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, the map is what it is, but we've definitely managed to put our learnings from prior episodes to pretty damn good use here. So this is coming on together nicely. We got a decent start. Our eco's rolling. Like, it really, there's a lot of good that's coming out of this particular run. So we're kind of really happy. We're definitely cruising at this point. Got a stack of military that can clear anything that comes up. And I do really think the movement, the slower movement on everything really does help. Because it just feels like you have so much more opportunity to murder these things. And I think the shots are still just as fast. So for the human player, that's a big advantage. Because like I said, the zombies do depend on melee. They can't touch you. They can't hurt you. While you can shoot them the whole way in. Yeah, we're going to finish the wall here, probably, and then go ahead and get another Tesla down. Like I said, we're just claiming swaths and swaths of land right now.
I need to kill
something. I want to kill. Get it right up to the wall. We're going to maximize what we can do. It's perfect. Drop it down. Need snipers to claim this giant stack of land. Ah, so good.
Are there
Then we start building a second city, then our eco is really going to take off, and it's also going to help us out with our worker situation.
Guide me to the infected.
Just guide me to the infected. Yeah, the soldier... The soldier is not a sniper.
Building completed.
The soldier is trying to be American. For the zombies. Just,
Better be good.
makes me happy. So happy. So happy. Let's get this done. Can we? No, we need 2 ballista here. There's no way we can hold this area off with 1. So put 1 down here and put 1 up there while the snipers are busy. Yep, that's perfect. Excellent. What's going on now? 4 workers. We're like, no, we need power. How can we do this? No. No. We're gonna need 2 still from this, I think. So it's gonna be tough.
You again.
Yeah, that's the one nasty trick. Mills require workers, and better worker buildings require mill power. So gotta balance that shit out, son. You're gonna eventually have to block a sawmill, which is exactly what we've been seeing. Block a crappy one, like the one that gives 8, maybe 13. Yeah, the 8 is the best. Or the worst, rather. I mean, yeah, the argument is we could also turn off an iron for now. It is a lot of income, but we need wood for a lot of things right now, more so than iron, so we can kind of slow that one down a second. So we're maxed out on iron, and I guess we are doing okay on economy as far as money goes from just pure money sources, so we're kind of alright. We should start tezzing out to the north as well, but we should definitely put down that damn... There we go, that's fine. That'll do. Shoot it in the face. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. I'm doing it good.
Attention.
Building is complete. And go ahead and lock this area down. And definitely using that windfall from that City of Doom very well. We're just taking little bits and pieces of that and making it work for Daddy here. So, see if we can get a little more on the worker side, because we need to put down the mill. We need to put down Tezzies. So workers are a little tight. The mill's coming down already. Put down the Tezzy. The big back cloud is coming now.
Here we go.
Like I'm walking on heaven's door. Kill the zombie, yeah. Some of those lines, right?
Building completed.
Roger that.
Anybody? No one? No one really? I
Is
don't know which version I like better. The Dylan one's okay. I don't know. I was never a big Bob Dylan fan. I don't know. It's probably gonna be sacrilege to most people, but I don't know. I never really got into it. Like, I know the music and I know it's classic and all the other stuff, and I listen to it, but I'm never gonna go like, man, I can really go for some Dylan. It just seems such a unique voice. You have to be in the mood for it, you know? It's not like one of those like good ones, like where you're just like, yeah, I'll just pop it in. Like Dylan, you have to, for me at least, I have to sit down and be like, all right.
Attention.
But I don't know. I like the Clapton version. The Guns N' Roses version's pretty hard ass too, though. But that was definitely the essence of the '90s, late '80s. Cocaine. Anyway, don't do drugs. I'm telling you, drugs are bad. But we need to lock this area off. We need to Tezzy up. We're just trying to figure out how to apportion workers appropriately here. Shoot them. Shoot them some more. And we gotta be very careful because we are attracting way more attention than expected. But we do need to Tezzy out and start locking that area off. Then we have a giant swath to put down more housing. So the sooner we do that, the better. Why are we putting down more sawmills? Why are we putting down more sawmills? We don't have the workers to support this. 8 is not a great... okay, fine. And now we're out of workers. Alright, but that'll be fine. We'll do a little bit of upgrade there. Get us some more. Need to get a Tezzy up. Let's put another worker down. We can't do it because we don't have a worker, numbnuts. Yeah, this is the... I remember this was kind of a back and forth thing, this particular campaign. We had some issues with that. Just workers starved until we can get the second city down, and then things get better. It's just you need so much power here that you're spending so many workers on getting your mills up that it's actually quite challenging to keep that balance well. As you can see, ladies are doing work. We're going to start attracting some really nasty attention here because the fatties are incoming. You're going to probably need to pull back at some point. Can we do this sooner rather than later? Yeah, start doing it that way. We're going to lock this down. Sweep the area, and then we're going to start putting down tents like crazy. It'd be good to get a ballista down there so we can liberate the snipers from doing his funny stuff, but this will be fine. This will get us some food. 52. We can get a 64 up there. I know we can get a 64 up there. Come on. It's all grass up there, and we have the power. There we go. Aha! Good job, past self. You didn't fail so hard. 64. Booyah. Give me some of that. Give me some of that loving. We'll see what happens. Shoot things, though. And run. And Fatty's dead. Good. We drew some attention, friends. Yep. Harpies. Gotta turn around, fight. Gotta turn around, fight. Gotta turn around, fight. Yeah, one dead. One lady dead. God, those things hit so hard.
Rifle is ready.
So frustrating. That's alright, we're down to 25, we had 26. The numbers weren't right, we had to even it out. Leave one sniper there, have the sniper support. I totally agree with that. We're out of wood. And that's the other story of the day.
This better be good. What's up? Any
Yes,
infected around?
the harpies are around.
Attention.
As long as you're not moving, you're okay. But as soon as you move and then a harpy runs up, then chances are you're losing a lady because you don't have that, you know, 1.5 seconds of focus fire you need to drop the damn thing. It's a liability you have to deal with. Challenges. But again, if we can keep claiming giant swaths like this in between hordes, it's going to help us out so much, because then we can just eco up like crazy. And then we'll be in really, really good stead. Can we do that with the amount of workers we have? I suppose we can do that. That'll liberate that sniper too.
Last night I dreamt of brains that
Kind of got to leave them there, but I'm saying they move so slowly, I want to make sure they can support the ladies quickly. Tezzy's up, so we can get another Tezzy going to get that other swath. Like I said, this is definitely the feel of the map. You do get like those like pristine valleys where you can take giant chunks in between the stone walls as long as you clear that valley area out. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. Very much building a nice little ski area for the zombies here. Very exclusive. So you've never been to Vale. Madness. Madness, all of you. What are we doing now? We're trying to debate, I think. Trying to debate, I think, on which way to pull this. And I think what we're doing here is coming leftwards with a little bit of stone housing and the cottages, if possible. Beautiful. Yeah, no, we need to keep this going. It's going to be the tough balance. The worker and food balance right now is what's going to be challenging. And like I said, because you spend way more on mills and on power in that respect, things get a little more challenging. But like I said, it's a balance. This map has its own peculiarity, and that's that particular one. And every time there's going to be something new. Good times, good times. But like I said, the nice thing about this one is, like I said, those nice defended valleys really do lend themselves to getting nice chunks of land in between hordes and getting your work done proper. All right and proper. Good times, good times. But yeah, we have the east locked down now. I mean, we have 2 ballista on there. That's more than enough for the moment, especially this early. And now we're just trying to desperately find a way to lock this area down nice and tight. And if we do that, like I said, then our eco takes off, because we have this entire area to do nothing but keep spamming tents and cottages and all the other good stuff. Then they probably take from the forest and go north. That's likely what we're going to do. Nice and simple. Not going to take too much land here. Just enough to lock this area down, because that's in more than enough space to build a city and have really good adjacency. So our economy should be remarkably good once we plan and place all that down. And also the other part is going to be mill space. You have a lot of mill space here too, and we'll be needing that a lot. But this is one of those maps where research for power plants is going to be critical. And we should do it right now. There you go. Because like I said, there's only so much power you can squeeze out, and because you're going to be tight on power, the amount of land you're going to need for your mills is going to be exponentially higher. So you will need to drop power plants, especially late game, pretty hard to support all the executors and all the other advanced buildings you're going to be plopping down, like stone houses and all that. So just bear that in mind. But if you expand hard enough, you'll have the stone and wood to burn at that point, and then you'll be okay. But again, keep expanding, keep doing everything you possibly can to get that moving. And just bear in mind, you're going to be more worker starved than usual. Because of the necessity for mills all the damn time. But so far I'm doing very happy. I'm being very happy about this because we are grabbing this giant chunk of land for our very own. It's a good real estate investment. It is. It's dandy. What? You snipers are shooting while the ladies are bowstringing. Listen, that was amazing. Yes, yes. Just adds to that wonderful weird feel of it. Here we're talking about which way we're going to build the city. We're going to build it that way, which I totally agree with. Oh, kill the harpy! Yeah, see that? That's the problem. When fatties come in, they prioritize the fatties and not the harpies, which I totally disagree with. The fatties are not as much of an issue. And again, I do really wish we could set an enemy priority. It's just... if I were going to do it, I think it would be harpy, spitter. Mainly because harpies are the most dangerous for rangers. Spitters eventually get dealt with because they just spit once. As long as you move the initial phase, you're okay. I think it'd be harpy, spitters, then fatties and executives. But right now it's like fatties, executives, spitters, harpies, or something like that. Ridiculous, and it's just ridiculous. It's just stupid. Very, very annoying, basically. So that's why that happens. And I really wish you could set your own target priority.
Are there other
I mean, those 2 notches are fine. You know, closest enemy versus most dangerous. But if you can make a hierarchical list of most dangerous that actually adapts to your playstyle and what you're actually facing, that, my friends, would be good. That would be good. Ah, but dreams. Just dreams now. I mean, they're probably updated. It's still beta. So, or is it an alpha? No, I don't think it's an alpha.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
I think it's a beta. Pretty much it's more eminently playable. I think I would classify that as a beta.
Okay.
Shoot the harpies. Yeah, exactly.
Attention.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you can do the spacing properly, then you can do pretty well with it, but just sometimes it's just really, really weird. Kill this bitch. Thank you. And the thing is, the snipers are tougher than you give them credit for. Like, the harpies do take a while to hammer them down. It's just, we don't want to be doing a lot because their firing rate isn't very high. So you don't want to get crushed that way. I'm going to keep doing this, build some walls, get some snipers behind them, and then, yeah, exactly. Explode his skull. He's like, we are walking. The dude's like, hey, bro, I want to shoot stuff and not walk, even though he told me to walk. Hey, bro, I heard you like walking, so I put walks in your walk so you can kill while you walk. That's great. I'm gonna miss this game when it's gone. And you know, it's only, I mean, it's got eminent replayability, but you know, there's only so much you can handle. It gets challenging after a while.
What?
And I do, and just always coming back to that is just, that's one of those things where like, I remember how quirky this is. So good. We're actually gonna do that. We're gonna try to lock it off. We need one more Tezzy. Alright, that's cool. I'm gonna play super conservative because we're saying the next Horde is likely coming soon. And you're not wrong. Like, the next Horde is coming soon, so you gotta be smart about it. Technology research finished. We really should be thinking about putting down a foundry at some point. But once we lock this area down, they're gonna be real good. Then we start building the city. Really high adjacencies, and it's gonna be glorious. Yeah, we can pretty much put this down right now and start going at it. Is there a particular... Oh, yes, we're trying to line up. I see. Trying to make sure we can claim as many adjacencies as possible, and that's a very good instinct to have. I don't want any of the Tezzies blocking us down, so we're just trying to number it out pretty comfortably here. Yep. Clink, clink. Yep. No, we're not doing that wrong either. We're going to be doing the 5s horizontally, and the 3 rows vertically-ish. I guess it is kind of in a diamond pattern, so none of those statements make any sense, but you know what I mean. The lines of housing is going to go up to the northeast, basically, is the idea.
Attention.
Can we do it there? That's really going to help us out with workers. We should definitely put down another mill because we're definitely at 1 power, so that's the next priority. As soon as we get some wood
This better be good.
to make it happen. And then now, as you can see, the worker situation is going to get a whole lot better because we won't need to constantly strain for that. We can always put down tents for workers. They want to be as food or power intense as housing. It's proper housing, so... We'll make our little northern refugee camp here, and we'll have them put to work for the colony, and pretty soon they can get citizenship, or something along those lines. That's how I think it works, right? That's what I hear. Anyways. More Teslas. Why? Oh, it's a mill. I was like, God, why are we putting on a Tesla down here? What the hell's wrong with you? But yeah, we're gonna need more power, so let's do that now while we have the worker investment.
Attention.
Remember, we still have that iron core we haven't turned back on, which at this point we probably should, with the spare workers we're sitting with. But, yeah, no, it's alright. It's all working pretty good. All working pretty good.
This better be good.
Getting more snipers. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We can get a sniper pack up to like 5 or 6, and that's going to be even more readily functional for grabbing zombie packs and obliterating them. Especially the high threats. That's really the issue. As long as the snipers sit back and pop off the threats running at the ladies, they can handle the rest of it. And here we're going ahead and just trying to clear anything left here to make sure there's no zombies anywhere. I think these are just workers, and we're just a little extra paranoia to making absolutely sure we can lock this area down with no trouble. But it looks like these are all nothing but workers before we really start spamming residency here. And again, with just the amount of tents here, if we get an infection, we're okay. But before we start building a giant city here, we want to make sure we're actually safe to do so. Because that would be terrible, right? One walker somewhere missing, and then it's game over. But again, with that, you'd see the workers running if there's something near the city, so you'd kind of have a good indicator that, hey, there's a zombie there. I'm pretty confident we got this one locked down. So next phase is going to be knocking down the city, I think, and going eastward to get another district away from our housing. That's definitely where we're heading next. Okay, totally agreed. Totally aligned. Snipers ready. It's another goddamn spitor.
Building completed.
Nothing but trouble with those things. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for wood. We're waiting for... Yeah, I would reactivate that. Ah, there we go. We did it. We did it. We need another farm, too. But we're going to keep putting the damn sawmills down because we're apparently still shy on freaking wood. Ooh, yeah. Something like double digits. Get some double digits all up in here. Yeah, 10 will have to do. Buddy, 10 will have to do. It's perfect. And that'll help us out a lot. Because we're just constantly shy on wood. We're going to need to be building lots of farms, lots of mills. So wood is going to be more of a premium than it ever was before, honestly. And we're going to keep using this to kind of build power on the edges of the city so we don't block walkways through and efficiently place that for maximum market and bank adjacency. So the market now can be placed at 600, which is fine. That'll be the new hotness for the new development. It's all well and good. Got a new gate down there, which we can get out pretty easily and start moving over to the city. Nice. Okay, so we can sally forth when we're ready. Don't call me Shirley, but you can call me Sally. It's fine. It'll be all well and good, folks. All well and good. So we're on our way. We managed to claim, like I said, the quarry space kind of in the middle of the second horde as it was coming in. We claimed residential space before the third horde is incoming, and we're holding this line relatively well. As soon as that Tezzy comes up, I'm going to go ahead and drop down a little bit of something. We should probably put Ballista down now, in all honesty, but at this point, yeah. And again, we'll see. The sniper's going to be bored. Take some pings at this. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We need a ballista up there. We're going to put 2 on this end, too, I think. Just to be safe. I mean, you might be able to get 1 with an overlap, but if a spitter gets toward the edge, it's going to be really hard for it to pick it off. We need to do it down south as well. But all in all, we're expanding beautifully here. I mean, this is kind of what you want to see. And it looks like, thanks to the grassy area that we found, too, we're going to be no shortage of food. Even though we're tight now, long term we won't have a shortage. So next time we'll obviously start working on that city. And from me and Mama Earth, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're having fun. We are too on this wonderful snowy map of joy. Until next time. Till then.